It's a chilly day in Florida. We just got back from swimming. We're gonna make chicken fajita burgers. Now come on over here, Sophie. I'm going to show them all the ingredients. I should have my glasses on. I can't see a thing. Here we go. Onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, cumin, oregano. We've got a New Mexico chili, dried, breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, brioche buns. Oh, it looks like a little bird ate one of those buns last night. So I guess we'll just make 3. Do you know who had anything to do with that? Yeah. And we got a red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, lime, onion, garlic, shallot, egg, cilantro, avocado. We got some chips, sea salt, thin and crispy chips, some canola oil. I'm gonna use a food processor, couple bowls. I got everything laid out. And this ground chicken, $7. Got that at Fresh Market, perfect. Now don't tell me you can't make this in your home because I'm doing it right now. And here we go. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna prep everything and we'll put it all together and boom, it's gonna be great. Okay, we're back. We've got everything going here. Okay, Sophie, I wanna show them everything we got prepped here. We've got the avocado there. We've got a tablespoon of minced shallot. Can they see that? Fresh lime juice. I'm telling you, oh, this smells so good. Everything that you prep, it's like, oh, you just experience, all this green, orange, red, the onions. You get to chop this and smell it all. And look at all, what I did was I put a beaten egg in there and I put all the powder ingredients in there and I can read them to you. So, because it's so much to remember. 1 tablespoon of chili, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, and then I've got a 1/4 cup of cilantro, finely chopped, and it just, oh, that is so Mexican. You wonder why Mexican restaurants are good and some are bad? The ones that are good actually use the real ingredients. So you can make everything. It's just incredible. Oh my gosh. Oh, this smells so good. And then we've got a ½ cup of breadcrumbs. We're gonna incorporate that, loosely make our chicken burgers with that. And what I'm gonna do right over here while we're getting ready to make the guacamole, I'm roasting a pepper to make the powder. And as you can see, I'd say it's done. It's turned a little black. We're going to take it off and go right there. And in the meantime, while I'm letting this cool a little bit, we're going to start the onions. Now we're going to put the onions on about 5, I'd say. We're going to let that cool down just a tad. I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil in there. And we're going to cook these onions first until they're brown. Start to caramelize. There we go. And this is going to be our topping for the burgers. And it didn't take me that long to prep all this stuff. I'd say about 15 minutes. But again, I got to smell everything cut open. It's actually, the people that eat it are missing out on the preparation. So when you think, oh, it's going to be a hassle to cut all this stuff up, you're missing out on the whole point. Stuff is awesome to smell. So we're going to brown these, and already the kitchen is starting to fill up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to brown these till they're caramelized a little bit. Then I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to put them on this plate right there, maybe a little larger plate. Then I'm going to throw in the peppers in the same pan. We're going to get all that prepped. And we're going to smash, we can do this right now while that's going. Let's smash the avocado. We're going to make the guacamole. Oh, there we go. I think there's a seed in there, right at the end. I got it. So we want a teaspoon of lemon juice. We want those shallots in there. There's 1 clove of garlic. And normally I have my knife with me. There's 1 clove of garlic. That's all smashed up. So we can mix it. Maybe a fork. And we're making a guacamole now. And we're going to add a teaspoon of that chipotle powder. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. So that's all done. And we can actually salt and pepper to taste. Salt, a little bit of pepper right there. So besides the chipotle powder, this is done. This is fresh guacamole. Perfect. And when I did buy these at the store, they were a little bit green. You're never going to find them perfect, so I just set them out. Don't put them in the fridge. Let them set out, and then they'll ripen right up in a day or two. And I may even make some extra for the chips later. So let's check on our onions. Just keep an eye on them. You don't want them burning, but as you can see, they're starting to brown up. As a fajita, you know, the fajita toppings would do. All right, let's cut into this pepper here. And remember, when you cut into these peppers, you want to get the seeds out. So we'll slice it down the middle. A lot of seeds in here. And you do not want to touch anything on your face when you're working with this. So we'll put that there. There. Someone keeps emailing us, Sophie. Yeah. There. Yeah. Just get rid of the seeds. All the seeds in there. So this is a nice homemade powder. You're going to chop it up just a little bit coarse there. And remember when you bought that food processor and you never use it? Remember that? Well, here's a way to start using it. We're going to drop it in the food processor and we're going to make our own homemade pepper. And we're just going to do this. And it turns into powder. So let me check our onions again. Oh. Ooh. I missed one there. Now that looks pretty good. Almost done. You see how it's golden brown? Well, you want a little bit of crunch. So I'm going to go ahead and put those there. You can show them that. Looks really good, doesn't it? Put a little bit more oil in there, another tablespoon. Put our peppers in. Beautiful peppers. Well, I'm going to stay away from this powder. Woo! But it's going to be good. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon into the guacamole. There we go. So that's going to give a little bit of the spice, a little kick on there. See that? That's going to be really good. Go. Now we're just going to toss these. I've got this on, ready. I've got this on right here. All right, so we're going to now saute these. We've got the onions done. They've got a little bit of a bite to them. That's good. You don't want them too soft. I've got the pan over there, a nice Lodge cast iron skillet. So we'll put a tablespoon of oil in there. And we're going to start the burgers. It's a little hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit hot there. I'm going to turn that down to 4. And I'm going to come over here, Sophie. We'll make the burgers real quick. So we got the egg and all the spices. Where's your frozen Olaf frozen spatula to get the rest? I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
Well,
oh, fresh cilantro. And then breadcrumbs. Those are plain breadcrumbs. And I'm just going to gently toss it with my fingers. And these will be the burgers. And we're going to make, you should make 4 quarter pounders, but since we only have 3 brioche buns, we're going to make 3, and you very loosely form these. You see that, Sophie, how I'm loosely putting them together? 1. We're going to do 3 nice ones. 2, or we could do 4. They look so big. No, we can do 3. 3 of these. They look good, don't they? I got this I got this recipe on the Le Creuset website. I was looking at some $190 pan, and they had this recipe down below, and I was like, you know, with all those fresh ingredients, this has got to be unbelievable. So what I'm going to do, like burgers, you know, they mound up, so I'm going to put a little press dent in the center. And let's bring them over here. We're going to start cooking them. There. There. And you want to cook these for about 8 minutes total. And like my stove is a little tilted, so I constantly have to turn my hands. But hey, it's coming together now. Definitely coming together now. And we'll see in just a little bit, and we're going to be flipping those burgers down when they get a nice brown, golden brown crunch on the bottom. And all this is done, and we'll put it together. And here we go. We're going to plate it up, and we're going to put a little bit of guacamole on the bottom of the bun, right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right there is the chicken. We're going to add our fajita peppers to it. And the top of the bun, let's have a little extra guacamole for a little bit of chips. And there you have it. A chicken fajita burger.